It seems that every spring and summer, many women are just grabbing the clothes that they wore last year and styling them up the same way. But in doing so, you might be making the 7 styling mistakes that I'm going to show you in this video. And some of them, if you're doing them wrong, it can make you look a lot heavier. It could even maybe give you an older woman vibe, and we don't want that. So in this tutorial, I have seven styling mistakes for you, but let's take a look at mistake number 1. There are a lot of comfy elastic waistband pants trending these days, but if you tuck your top inside the elastic waistband, it draws attention to your waist, and if you have a wider belly, you don't want to do that. What you want to do is still tuck the shirt in, and remember to tuck it into your undies. That's one of the tips I gave you before. And put the ties inside too. Then get a stretchy belt like this one that's darker than the pants, and this is about $12. And then it gives the illusion of a smaller waist. And also remember, with a wider pant, you need shorter and darker on top. So I just put on my jean jacket over, and by the way, these cotton and linen pants feel like pajamas on. They're so comfy, but they're still stylish. They come in 10 colors and inseams for petite, regular, and tall sizing. Best of all, they're only $38, and my color is denim blue. I'm going to get a lot of mileage out of these comfy pants all spring and summer. And of course, I'll have those cotton linen pants, the belt, and other items that I'm going to be modeling for you today underneath the video description and also in the first comment. And by the way, if you go to amazon.com/shop/awesomeover50, you're going to find all my spring and summer fashions that I love, and including, don't miss it, the deals of the day. There are some amazing bargains there. But for now, let's look at mistake number 2. Many women of a certain age love wearing their scarves, but if you're wearing them this way almost every day, especially if you're trying to hide your neck wrinkles, you're giving off a very aging vibe. The trendy look these days with scarves is a thinner Parisian chic. And notice that it's a classic styling accessory. Now, you get 6 of these expensive looking scarves for just $9, and you can also tie them on a purse or wear them as a headband or on a hat. And now, I'm not saying you can't wear a bigger scarf once in a while, but if it's your go-to daily, let your neck breathe a little. And believe me, people aren't looking at it the way you think they are. Generally, you're the only one that notices it so much. And if you like styling videos like this one, don't forget that I would love for you to subscribe. There's a button down there somewhere. Oh, and don't forget to click on the notification bell, because if you don't, you probably won't see my newest video. But for now, we're on mistake number 3. Cheap flip-flops are a definite no, especially if you're an older woman. For just a few dollars more, you can get a more supportive pair of flip-flops, like these ones by Crocs. And last time I checked, they were around $40. These have the arch support and extra cushiony bottoms and soles that most of us women need. And talking about flip-flops, let's talk about looking good in our swimsuits or even our shorts this spring and summer. And you'll want to get in shape. And so just a reminder that if you go to www.agewellwithheather.com, and it's important you put the www in front of it, and then click on more info, you're going to see that my daughter and I over the last 4 months have created 26 videos for you. She does yoga, she does wellness, and the wellness part might even help you with anxiety and maybe even help you get a better night's sleep. sleep. But for now, let's take, oh, and by the way, you can find the link for that easily in the first comment and in the video description. But for now, let's look at mistake number 4. You've got a bigger tummy, and you think the best way to hide it is by having an oversized top buttoned up. Well, once again, you've just made yourself look bigger. By putting this over your bottom half, you're drawing more attention once again to your belly. Better to put on a darker cami and maybe put it over dark wash jeans or a jean skirt, and then wear that shirt over top and opened. And by the way, this is one of my favorite shirts for just $24, and it's a cotton blend. Now your tummy looks smaller, and you actually are cooler in the warm weather. And don't forget, know your own measurements and check them out with every fashion piece's size chart, especially when you're, of course, buying online. But for now, let's take a look at mistake. I think we're at number 5. Usually in the warmer weather, we don't want to wear our sleeves long. But if you just fold them up like this, like in no time, they seem to start flopping around and they look sloppy. Here's how to roll up your sleeves properly so they'll stay up longer. Undo any cuff buttons and fold up to your elbows. Now, carefully fold up the rest of the material again, and it'll make a very stylish look. And watch. It's actually staying in shape. And don't forget to stay until the end of this video, where once again, I'm going to have an inspirational message for you. But for now, we're on mistake number 6. I just gave you a styling hack for sleeves, and here's another. When wearing a hoodie or sweater, don't tie it around your waist. Once again, it looks sloppy and it also brings attention to your belly. Instead, do this trick. Put the hoodie over your shoulders, and then with the sleeves, twist, and then tie them kind of like a men's tie. Look at how fashionable this looks. And now you're ready for the cooler spring and summer nights. And by the way, this lightweight hoodie is by belief and only $30 the last time I checked. Now let's look at a major accessory that we all need to have in the spring, and why I think it's really a mistake for the warmer months. The accessory I'm talking about, well, that's our trusty purse. But if you just grab the same heavy leather one that you had in the colder months, your outfit now looks heavier, and I think it's really throwing the look off. Now, you know how I love a smaller purse, and I put a purse in a purse, and that's exactly what I have here. But for the warmer weather, let's tuck it in a straw bag like this one for $19. And maybe even add a straw hat. Yes, you can wear a straw hat. And now you look and feel a little more easy breezy and oh so stylish for the warmer weather. And by the way, those mistakes that I showed you, well, they're just my own opinion. And I know that you really like this kind of video, so that's why I do them. I have a saying, and I heard it straight from a 1980s song. And the line goes like this: we only have so many summers. And as we get older, I know the number of summers, well, they kind of dwindle, right? And that's why I think it's so important that you think about putting on your swimsuit and saying yes to pool parties, saying yes, I'll come up to your cottage, and just enjoy life, and especially when it's the warmer weather. Enjoy your grandkids as well. And of course, maybe you'll be the one that will plan to rent a cottage up north or have a pool party at a local hotel you can actually actually not rent the whole pool, but you can have passes for a lot of hotel pools. And of course, if that's not within your budget, just find out what's happening at the local community center. And while you're at it, think about other times where you can enjoy an ice cream cone, or maybe some gelato, or maybe just grab a hamburger, fresh off of the grill, and maybe a side of potato salad. And you know what? You can always work it off in your new exercise routine. I remember reading, it was kind of like a poem or something by a woman in her 90s. And she said that one of her biggest regrets is that she didn't eat enough ice cream. And to me, that means that she wasn't enjoying, the warmer weather. And these days, we've got at least 31 flavors of ice cream, right? And oh my gosh, there must be 100 different ways to top off a hamburger. So what I say is enjoy the flavors, enjoy the warmer weather. And for me, it's just another way to be loving our age.